up, everyone? Welcome to episode 13 of our podcast, Sip and Sports. Again, I'm Dave. This is Chris. How we doing?
We're doing pretty well.
Pretty well. Can't complain.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Last week, we'll talk about it obviously later, but the bets were falling.
Yeah.
And then it's been a great week. Weather's been pretty nice, so you can't complain.
Less exciting news this week.
Yeah.
You didn't get engaged.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't really have that debacle. Yeah, we don't really have that to talk about, but that's okay.
Were you gonna call it a debacle?
No, I was gonna say to talk about, but no, definitely not a debacle.
I was gonna say that's aggressive.
Yeah, a debacle would have been pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
No, it was fun. I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of stuff happening there. I know there's a lot of weddings and stuff coming up. So
yeah, wedding season is upon us. My sister was at one on Saturday.
Yeah, I feel like for us in July and August, it's a lot of weddings.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. It's fun. Weddings are always a good time.
Oh, it's very fun.
Yeah.
What's your, well, we'll jump into it. Top moment. What do you got?
Yeah, so my top moment is this weekend. The LIV tournament for golf starts. And the crazy thing about it.
So what's the LIV tournament?
So it's like the new tournament that's like, was started by a guy named Greg Norman, who used to be a obviously top tier golfer. He started it, it's like with Saudi Arabia, it's with overseas places. There's obviously a lot more money involved, and they're trying to expand it that way. It's called the LIV tournament because those are the Roman numerals for 54.
What's 54?
54 holes. That's what they're saying. That's
why it shows that?
That's what it said. When I looked it up, that's what it said. It's crazy. But it's just a different style tournament. There's 48 players. So there's 12 teams. They'll draft 4 players a team. There's 7 different events. And like I said before, the money is just a lot higher. So for one of the bigger tournaments like the US Open in comparison, that's part of the PGA, the winner would get $2.5 million.
Okay.
Which is still a good amount of money. But for this tournament, every single one of these 7 tournaments, the top prize is $4 million.
Oh, that's more.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. And the nice thing about this is if you play in these, there's no cuts, and you automatically, the lowest person gets 120 grand.
So if you get 48th place, you get 120 grand.
Yep. If you finish all 7 tournaments in last place, you get still about $800,000 in prize money.
That's pretty good.
It's very good. I know it's kind of frowned upon, and they're kind of going back and forth with the PGA. They're talking about obviously things that are going to happen if these players do play or do whatever.
Regulations and stuff.
Yeah, regulations, all that stuff. But like Phil Mickelson's playing, Dustin Johnson's obviously a big name, Kevin Na is a big name. So I think
Dustin Johnson's the biggest name.
Yeah, he signed a $125 million.
Reported.
Yeah, but that was basically his contract to say, hey, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
$125 million.
It's a lot. You'd have to win a lot of golf tournaments to get $125 million.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, if your average is $2 million, you can
that's the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have
that's
to win
the highest level.
60. That would be 60 tournaments to make up that 125. Obviously, those guys have sponsors and everything else, but
just for prize money.
Prize money, yeah. And that's even just on top. That's just his contract. He can go win more prize money.
Yeah, but you got to think that he'll play in some of the PGA stuff. Right.
There are some conflicts with the first few tournaments that are, like I know the John Deere Classic is kind of the second tournament for this LIV is in it.
Well, this weekend is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tournament for the PGA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about over the summer, there's almost a PGA tournament every single weekend.
Yeah.
I know they tried to make it so it was like there was going to be no, what are they called? Like championship or the big tournaments. Like they're not going to be able to Masters, the majors, yeah, all that stuff. So I think that was kind of their way of being like, hey, we're kind of trying to team up on this. But I think then it kind of got to a point the PGA was like, well, you're stealing our guys. Like there's no teaming up.
Yeah.
But the money's there. The money is there. So who knows where it's going to grow to. I mean, in the next, from 2023 to 2025, they said they want to put in about $2 billion into it to help it grow.
So give the short version of the differences between this series tour and the PGA tour.
Yeah, well, so the PGA Tour, I guess, long story short, is just a bunch of different tournaments that kind of add up, and you get a certain amount of points. How will you finish?
Yep.
Obviously, first place, whatever. And then at the end, they have this big PGA championship that if you win it, the prize is like $10 million.
Do you have and that, like, the points from the previous tournaments matter?
Yeah, so every tournament matters. I mean, obviously, if you have, like, most of the time, those guys that finish in the top 25 or top 50, they haven't necessarily won. Maybe they've won one tournament, but they've just finished top 10s, top 5s.
Gotcha.
Because you just play a bunch of tournaments. Obviously, every tournament matters.
Okay.
But then for this tournament, they're just drafting a team. They usually draft on Tuesdays.
So there's a team aspect and an individual aspect.
Yep. The team aspect is the first 2 rounds, they take the 2 best scores, and that's kind of how your team is. So at 4 players, your 2 best scores.
So the draft happens on Tuesday of each
week.
Tournament week.
Then they play Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
So they play 54 holes.
And they draft teams of 4.
Teams of 4.
So there's a captain, and then they draft 3 players.
Yep.
So everybody's drafted.
Everyone's drafted.
And then starts Thursday.
Yep. So Thursday and Friday rounds. Obviously, there's an individual aspect to it.
Okay.
Because it's the top 3 individual players get paid $18 million, $8 million, and $4 million to win to finish like that
each weekend. Okay.
And then on top of that, the team aspect is more so like the first 2 days, it's all based off of the top 2 scores of your group of 4 against everyone else's top 2 scores. So, and then on Saturday, the last day, it's the top 3 scores. So if you're the worst player, your score may never matter, and you'll still get 120 grand.
You could, yeah.
Plus the team aspect of it,
right?
So there's 7 tournaments. Long story short, 7 events, and then the last event, the 8th event, is like a team competition.
Right.
So
and that's a bracket and everything.
Yeah. So that's a whole.
They
specific.
Get seeded and
then they play for the weekend. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of money to be made, but it's kind of crazy to think that it's coming. I mean, there's just.
It's weird how because it's different to have the team contest and the individual contest.
Kind of going intertwined, like they're intertwined.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's something new. I know, obviously, the PGA doesn't love it, but it's just more exposure to golf and everything else.
What's the other different thing is they're doing a shotgun start.
Oh yeah, that is true. So like every player starts on a different hole. Kind of if you've ever done a scramble, it's just every grouping starts on a certain hole and they do a shotgun start and then everyone tees off. So in the PGA, obviously the people in the morning start. Sometimes they'll even start people on the back 9 or the front 9, but then you'll play all 18. Here, you're literally could start on hole 4 or hole 7, and then you play all 18.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't see if you start on hole 4 on Thursday. I would imagine you probably start on a different hole Friday.
You got it.
Saturday, yeah. It's probably just randomized.
Probably something on the front 9, something on the back 9. And then...
Right. Well, there's only 12, so there's only 12 teams, so only 12 out of 18 holes start.
Right.
So.
Well, maybe they'll just do twosomes.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't say that. But twosomes would be too many. That's 24.
Oh, you're right. So threesomes?
It's 3, 18, 36, 54.
So that'd be 6.
Maybe it is.
That'd be 16 holes with 2 extras.
Yeah.
That's
still more realistic, but I think they're trying to do the 4 for the team aspect.
Oh.
But I don't know.
I feel like that would slow things down if you went a foursome for the shotgun start. Because most of the PGA ones have threesomes.
Threesomes, and
right? Or twosomes.
But maybe that's why they have those other hole buffers. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see this weekend. Check it out.
That's true. All right. So circling back to my top moment. So the NCAA regionals for college baseball is happening right now, and on Saturday, Oklahoma State played Missouri State, and previously the record for an NCAA tournament. So the total amount of runs in an NCAA tournament baseball game was 43. It happened 2 times previous to this weekend. And Oklahoma State played Missouri State on Saturday, and the score was 29-15, so 44. So they set a new record. They set a new record for total runs in an NCAA tournament baseball game.
Yeah, not a good pitching day.
No. A lot of... I mean, even just in general, the whole weekend, I felt like every game that it was going to had just home run.
There's some high-scoring games. I mean, there were some games... I remember seeing some teams in like the 20s, and like North Carolina, the first game they played, they won like 18 or 19. It's like, holy moly.
A lot of scores. A lot of scoring. and a lot of home runs.
Oh, 100%. I mean, balls were flying.
Yeah.
But that's a good fan aspect.
These guys are massive too. Like they are thick and have a lot of power.
Yeah, they're not small human beings. They're big dudes.
Yeah.
But you never realize it until you actually see them or you watch. I mean, college. I will say the one downfall of college baseball, and I mean even somewhat college softball, but college baseball for sure. Like they don't broadcast it very much. Like you don't watch it during the season. You don't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I never once watched. I mean, I know maybe it's on the Big Ten Network, but like I never watched a Gopher game, and I haven't really ever. But even like now, it's like you barely see these games. I mean, obviously the College World Series on both ends is a pretty popular event, but it's just like it's crazy that they play a whole season, 50 games, something XYZ, go to your regional, and then it's finally now it's like okay, now it's being broadcasted on a bigger spectrum.
Yeah, it probably helps too right now because there isn't college basketball, there isn't football, there isn't these bigger sports that take more time on the air. Yeah. And so like on Saturday, I know that there were baseball games on ESPN and ESPN2.
Yeah. Well, I think even like all day, like I mean, obviously we'll get to the college softball, but like they were playing today.
Oh, they started at 11.
They started at 11. So I think college baseball is also similar, which it'll start morning because like you look at like the NHL playoffs, like they don't play in the morning, they play at night. NBA, the NBA championship, obviously that is at night.
Yeah, and it's only once every.
And baseball, you don't play MLB games during the day. You play them at night. So that might be where they get their TV time. But yes, I think kind of leading up now for sure, it'll be more so like hopefully ESPN can broadcast it or whatnot. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
That's crazy. That's a lot of runs though.
It is a lot of runs. It's mind blowing. But anyways, what do you got? Minnesota Minute.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So. Quicker one, but the Minnesota Twins traveled to Toronto. They took 2 of 3 from Toronto. They play the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays coming up. The Minnesota Wind Chill are 3-1. They beat Indianapolis. Yeah.
Didn't they start the year 0-1 and then they're on?
I think they went 1-1 and now they're 3-1. Yep. And then they play Pittsburgh on Saturday. Little Timberwolves news: they signed a new president of basketball, or the new president of basketball operations. Signed a guy by the name Matt Lloyd. He comes from the Orlando Magic, and he's the senior VP. Basketball operations. Yep. The Lynx are still struggling. They're 3-8. They played New York on Tuesday, and then they play Washington on Friday. And then the Minnesota Loons are off until the 19th because I think, like we said, World Cup stuff's going on right now.
So qualifying and
so that'll kick back up.
Qualifying and preliminary games. And stuff.
Yep, they're happening now. I saw Wales beat Ukraine, so that's the final. Perfect.
So now we play. So
Wales is in our bracket.
That's our first game.
I think so. Yep. So, and I think 2 teams
Bummer
are
for Ukraine.
Yeah, it would have been a storybook ending, but Wales is pretty good. I mean, I didn't really watch it, but I know they have Gareth Bale. Yeah, he's a beast. So.
Well, he scored.
Yeah, he's nice. There you go. Players play.
Yep. Okay, so we're on to the picks. So we got. Dave had a pretty good week. We'll start with him. He went 15-6 overall, so I'd say a very good week, especially compared to the last couple. But for NBA, 1-0, went light on the NBA Finals. Then he went 4-3 NHL, and then the big money maker, 10-3 MLB.
Oh yeah.
So baseball's starting to find its stride. 15-6 overall. Feels pretty good about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think NHL. Now it's like some teams are starting to find their footing more. Like I know I had the Yankees a few times. The only teams
for the MLB.
Yeah, for the MLB. Yeah, what did I say? NBA.
NHL.
Or whatever. Yeah, MLB. Obviously, they're coming into full swing, so now it's starting to get in those grooves where like they're starting to win. The teams that are supposed to win are starting to win.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers still stink, but that's okay. I mean.
Yeah.
But the Yankees are good. Twins are kind of finding it too a little bit. I mean, Twins put up a lot of runs in Toronto, which was crazy to see.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, they didn't have a lot of their guys, and they
didn't have 4 or 5 guys. Yeah,
they still took the series 2-1.
Right, which is huge.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so shifting over to me, my overall was 11-10. Found a way to get above 500.
3-0 on the last day.
Yep, 3-0 on the last day. I also went 3-0 in NBA, and those were all prop bets.
Yeah.
So that might be the new strategy. NHL 4-4, mediocre. MLB 4-6, not good.
Yeah.
But overall
Not bad.
over 500.
Hardest part is NBA's ending.
Yeah.
So,
But that hasn't been my strongest the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the prop bets are hitting. They are hitting.
Yeah, and I kind of enjoy doing those a little bit more too.
Yeah. See guys scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I mean, what a tale of 2 games from game 1 to game 2. Golden State just dominated game 2.
Yeah.
It's like they were a different team. The defense showed up.
Well, Golden State dominated a lot of game 1 as well. They just had a really poor game, or fourth quarter.
Third, fourth quarter, wasn't it?
No, it was just fourth quarter because the Warriors outscored the Celtics in the third quarter in game 1.
And in the fourth quarter, they blew it.
Because they were up by 10 or so at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
In game 1, and then the Celtics didn't miss.
Yeah.
And then they were just.
So do you think that's going to go to 6? Do you think that's going to go 7 games?
No, I think it's going to go 6, like I said before the series started.
So who do you think?
Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6?
Yeah. Because they've dominated 7 quarters.
Yeah.
Of the series out of 8, and it's 1-1. So in actuality, it might even be better that the Celtics won the first game, so that now all they have to do is win 1 more game, and then the Warriors can win the other 3, and I can be right with Warriors in 6.
Yeah, but you don't want them to win in Boston. It's boring.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure they don't really care.
Well, yeah, they probably don't, but as a fan.
Yeah. Oh, and then similar to the picks, so circling back to the teams that we drafted in last week's episode. So we did an NBA fantasy draft, and do you have the teams that we had? I gotta find them.
I don't have the teams. I know I had
Steph
Curry.
All right, so Dave's team was Steph, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Embiid, and Jokic, and my team was Luka, Giannis, LeBron, KD, and Kat. And we put it out to the people, and the votes for who you guys thought was the better team was 28 for my team and 15 for Dave's team. So almost 2-1.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. You have 4 big guys. It's not even you wouldn't put those 4 guys on the same floor at the same time.
Yes, you could.
Who's going to do that? You wouldn't even do that in an all-star game.
Yeah, but they all
play the same position.
They can all play the wing. Luke is the point. Or if you want, LeBron can play the point, and Luka can play the 2.
Luka would play the point.
Well, it's interchangeable.
Luka's a better passer.
Really, the only thing that's set in stone is Cat's the 5. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Giannis would most likely be the 4.
We should have we should have done like an NBA 2K20 and simulated the game.
Yeah, we should have.
To see what would have happened.
Maybe we can figure that out.
Figure it out. But yeah, people spoke.
28-15. That's a dusting. So better luck next time in your draft.
Yeah.
That's even 15. And that's even with both of my parents voting for your team.
Your parents have common sense. They literally have common sense.
I saw that. I was like, what are we doing here?
It's literally common sense. I know I voted for myself too, so that's 1 more.
Yeah, so that's 3 out of the 15.
Yeah, that's I mean, 14 out of the 14 people have a great brain. 28 people, no names. I don't know who you are anyways. Don't care, but
yeah, right.
Just
all right, let's roll right into the beer and seltzer.
Yeah,
so
we're back.
What seltzer do we have?
We got the nooner, high noon pineapple. I know last time we had black cherry, and that was when we went on our black cherry stint, which probably came to an end for you, thankfully.
Hopefully.
But pineapple, I think, is a lot of people's favorite high noon flavor.
Is it?
That's what I've heard.
People have told you that?
Yeah, well, I mean, grapefruit, watermelon, pineapple's the way to go.
Yeah. Even though you don't particularly like a lot of
I don't love pineapple stuff, but people speak.
Yeah.
People speak.
It's true. And then the beer that we're going with is from 10 Barrel Brewing Company.
Smells good.
It's called Crush, and it's a raspberry sour. And their tagline is "Drink beer outside," so I like that.
Where is that at?
I will look for you. It's in Bend, Oregon.
Oh, interesting. Out there on the West Coast. Way out on the West Coast.
Yep. Have you had many sours before?
I cannot say I have.
Have you had any?
I believe I have had a few. Because Alyssa doesn't really like beer, so she'll sometimes get a sour and then usually take a few sips and not like it, so I'll have to finish it. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I can't tell you. I could not tell you a place that I'm like, wow, I really love that sour. So
My sister got a sour on Friday evening, and I tried it, and it was very sour.
yeah,
All right, so we're starting with the high noon pineapple.
yeah, pineapple.
Show the people.
Ooh, it's definitely pineapple-y. / it tastes like. I don't know.
That is a weird taste.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I taste pineapple. The aftertaste kind of tastes like pineapple. But like when you first taste it, it tastes like a bunch of fizz. I'm not big on these high noons. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw it out there. People love these. I don't love them. Maybe the watermelon and grapefruit are the best kinds, but
That's not what people told you.
that's what I'm saying. But also, as we've seen, the people really aren't the smartest with our betting thing either, so who knows?
Funny.
I do think it's better than the black cherry one, though.
I actually disagree.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
actually
better than
think the black cherry one is better, I think.
I don't think it's that. Giving it a few tastes, I don't think it's that bad. I just don't. It doesn't taste like a pineapple.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it doesn't really taste.
Like a pineapple at all.
No.
It's kind of false advertising. But it smells. I mean, it has
Definitely fizzier than other ones that we've had.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm gonna have to go back and get some more of those presses and see if those are all. Those have been top notch.
well, we only had one, the very first one.
Yeah, but it's still at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this one is not making the top.
I'd say it's a. We'll go 5.8.
Whoa, that's pretty low.
Yeah. It's fine.
What was what was it again? It was a 6.2 if you would get multiple ones for your seltzer reviews.
No, mine was 6.8 for either.
Oh, 6.8 to have like multiple of those same seltzers.
I believe so.
Oh wow.
That was the same for beer or seltzer. Was 6.8 about
6.8.
like right in that range. Then I would get another one.
Yeah, I would say this is. I mean, it's not growing on me, but like I still just am waiting for that pineapple taste, and it's just not coming.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 6.3. 6.3. Would I drink multiple? Not a big High Noon fan. They have not impressed me so far.
Okay.
They're also $27.
For 8. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better like them. Maybe couldn't you buy them individually? Like
I have not
at a
seen
liquor store.
I haven't seen that Total Wine. I guess maybe you can buy like the bigger ones, like this, like a 16 ouncer. But I've never seen that. So I could not tell you. Might have to check it out.
So maybe the suggestion would be look to see if you can try them individually to see if you like them first,
and then buy the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they also only have like I know.
Oh, you can get a 4-pack. I think I've seen.
Yeah, but I think those are all the same kind.
Yeah.
So it's like a 4-pack of pineapple. Yeah.
Right.
This one was the assortment pack. I think they do have a different pack that has other flavors. This is just like the general one with grapefruit and watermelon.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah, not great. Not a great score, but
right,
we're moving on.
Maybe the crush will save us. So if you're looking at the video here, the can is pretty clean. White with reddish raspberry looking font.
Ooh,
it's pretty clean.
Ooh. Wow. kind of hits your tongue and is wow.
It's a
When
sour.
it says sour, it is sour. It's like those sour warheads.
Mhm.
You know, like when you when they're in your mouth and they're like, wow, that
It's
is
a
so
sour.
Yeah.
It's a sour, that's for sure.
What makes a sour a sour?
Can you taste
I
it?
mean, well, I can taste that it's sour, but I'm just saying, like, what? Like, is it just how it's brewed?
It's a sour ale.
Mm.
Made with raspberries.
Oof. It's just almost like too much.
You think?
The sourness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, it's almost up there for too much for sure.
Guess how much percent it is?
I'm gonna say 5.4.
6.5.
More than most beers.
Yeah, 6.5%.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you don't like the taste of beers, I mean, this doesn't taste like a beer at all. So you could go this route.
So you might like this more.
Yeah, but I don't know why. It's just like the sourness is just like in my, like, it's just sticking with me. And it's just like.
Yeah. Well, I know that a lot of people like to drink sours, like, on a hot day to quench their thirst. Kind of like a summer shandy almost.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a substitute for that.
So it's summer shandy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's more of like the fruity beer, not necessarily like the beer. So I could see that, especially on a summer day.
Yeah. It's definitely sour, though.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it hits your mouth and it like the first thing is like, it's just sour. And your eye, yeah, it's that face where, like I said, like, you know those warheads when when they're in your mouth and you like, and it's like, whoa.
It's kind of fun to drink.
Yeah, I would
face to face.
Fun is, yeah. It's just as weird. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I don't know.
How would you describe the flavor? Like, getting past the sour aspect of it at the end, like, how would you describe the flavor?
I mean, it definitely has that fruitier flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Even without the sour, what is it? Strawberry? Raspberry?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the fruitier aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like right when you taste it, it's just like if you can get past that sour, you could be like, oh, hey, it's a fruitier beer.
Yeah.
But
I'd almost say that it's like dried raspberries.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it. Like dried raspberry flavor.
You think that's because it's so sour? Because it's just like right away it just hits
it's
it.
Possible.
Like, yeah, it's definitely an interesting taste. But I mean, like I said, I don't think it's bad. I mean, if you don't like beer, is it a good alternative? Yeah.
I'd say so.
I think so for sure. Because like I said, it doesn't taste anything like beer.
Yeah.
But in that aspect, I would probably give it, I don't know. I think I would rather have a light beer over it. So I would probably say it's a 6, right in my middle of my range. Just a flat 6. I don't think it's bad. But like I said, I think I would rather prefer like a light beer.
Mm-hmm.
If we were talking, I know summer shandy's pretty far.
6.5.
6.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if you only want 1 or 2, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd probably give it a 6. A 6. 4.
that's what you're going for.
Yeah. I was trying to decide between a 6.4, 6.5. But
Yeah.
I'll go 6.4.
Would you order one of these at a brewery?
Sours aren't usually my first
Choice.
like instinct to go pick it.
Like if you got a flight,
flight.
would you put one of them as this?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a 6.4 for my sour scale would be
My sour scale.
just probably a little bit above average.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I mean, I would have to get more sours.
Yeah,
I don't
this
really
is-
have a lot of sours.
This is one of the first sours that I've
So
ever
are there
made.
different like raspberry,
Flavors.
strawberry
Yeah.
flavors?
Mhm.
Is there just like a normal sour, or are they usually all fruity? Do you know if like
I
fruity
think they're
flavors?
usually fruity.
Fruity.
Like the one that my sister got on Friday was black cherry sour.
Black cherry.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody's got a black cherry.
I know. Or it was cherry something. I think it was black cherry.
Black cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I said, it's not bad. I mean, if you don't like beer, it's a great alternative.
Yeah.
Especially at a brewery, it's a great alternative. I do think most breweries we go to locally here, they usually, I feel like, have a sour.
Mm-hmm.
Most do.
Or something along those lines. Like
yeah.
in that realm of
Right.
category.
Right. Totally.
Which is good. I mean, either that or a seltzer variation. Like,
yeah.
Most breweries are getting smart enough where if you don't like the typical brewery beers, then they're going to have something for you.
Yeah. Well, they don't, obviously at a brewery, they don't do like mixed drinks. So yeah, seltzer's what most are going to, I think, now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Seltzer, sour, or
Sour,
cider, I guess.
Yeah. I think a lot are seltzer-ish. I've seen a lot of seltzers, which is, it's
definitely
good. So.
Yeah, cool. All right. So moving on to talking about the Women's College World Series.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of home runs, I feel like.
Yeah, there's been a lot of runs scored. I mean, I was watching some of the games, like obviously Oklahoma hits a lot of home runs. I mean, they showed a stat that Oklahoma in the College World Series, 50% of their runs were scored on home runs.
Really?
Yeah, they've obviously broken the record for most home runs in a season, XYZ. I mean, they just hit bombs. But it's crazy because it's like these teams, and maybe this is, I guess I haven't watched enough college softball, but maybe it's how it is. It's just like every hit seems like it's a home run. Yeah. And these girls just stick out the bat, and it's like, where'd the ball go? And then they show the camera, and it's like the right fielder's running back, and it's like, what do you mean you're running back?
Yeah.
I mean, the fence is 200 feet.
It does look like some of them should be like pop-ups, yeah.
100%.
And then it's like, oh, that's way over.
Yeah, I watched the game on Monday, the second game that Oklahoma, because UCLA beat them the first game, so they had to play whatever, and their second hitter literally hit a pop-up to right field. It looked like a pop-up. She like lunged at it, hit a pop-up, and then all of a sudden you see these outfielders converging, and it's a double in the gap. And I was like, way.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool to watch. I mean, some of these, I mean, I don't think I could hit a softball pitch. I think you give me 100 tries, I could hit it.
Well, 100 tries.
You think you're more likely to hit a softball than a baseball? What do you think would be harder?
Well, I've hit baseballs before.
No, so MLB or D1 college pitcher, D1 college pitcher.
Oh. Probably softball.
Is it easier, you think?
No, I'd say it's harder.
Harder?
Yeah.
Just moves so much.
Yeah,
it's just a weird angle.
And they have like 6 or 7 pitches that they.
Yeah, it's crazy to me too, where it's like
they got the rise ball.
What are they? 40 feet away, 40 some feet away. Yeah, and they throw a rise ball. Like it doesn't even have that much time to rise.
Yeah,
it's going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah,
and it has time to move.
Well, the who was it? Oh, it was the Oklahoma pitcher that she had like a little bit of a jerk in her windup.
Yeah.
And it was super, like, I don't know. It made it seem like it would be way harder to time it out because it was like right before she let go of the ball.
Yeah.
And it was like she was doing this extra little like lift.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It seemed like it would totally mess up the timing of trying to swing.
I mean, I think it's similar in the same way, even like though, like with baseball and like obviously you look at the pros, which is different, but like you look at D1 college guys and it's like these guys are throwing 90 some miles an hour. This Tennessee guy throws 104. You're almost just guessing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, the ball's going to be here at this point. And then they throw a pitch that moves. And then you're like, yeah, good luck. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, the movement is just...
What's your answer? Do you think it's harder to hit a D1 baseball or D1 softball?
On average...
No, I want to know what you think is harder.
No, that's what I'm saying. On average, I think softball. I think you see these teams that we're watching in the College World Series and their pitchers are elite. I don't think there's elite pitchers all the way across the whole D1.
Yeah.
I think there's more D1... I guess if you're going College World Series to College World Series, so the best of the best, I don't know. I think I could maybe get a barrel on a softball. I don't know. I don't think I would touch 104 miles an hour. Is stupid fast.
I feel like most D1, at least like big schools for softball, I feel like everybody has at least one good pitcher. Like you're talking average, like that's the thing for the softball teams. They really only need 1 to 2 like solid pitchers
Yeah.
to be like respectable.
Right.
Where baseball, you need like 5 at least.
Yeah. I guess it's hard to compare all the teams too because there's a lot of teams D1, so it's like.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can just look at the Power 5.
Yeah, Power 5. Yeah. I mean, I think there's the same way with a lot of baseball teams. Like they all have that one pitcher who's probably decent. Like even the Gophers were.
Yeah, but they can't pitch every game like softball.
Right. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think that's.
When UCLA was playing Oklahoma, they pitched somebody the whole first game, and I'm almost positive that she started the second game.
Yeah. Well, she came in. So the first game they played, they pitched their like ace 5 innings, and then a girl came in and she started the second game, and then they brought in the ace back.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, you used to see it all the time with the Gophers when they had Amber Pfizer. She would pitch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely more common in that sense. Yeah, baseball, you pitch one game, you're done for like a week.
Yeah.
It's the easiest job in the books.
Yeah, right.
Except it, probably not for your arm, but I
So-
never threw hard enough.
So who's left so far? Or
Well, so Oklahoma's
how's it
in.
looking? Yeah, Oklahoma's in the championship.
And then they'll play
They beat UCLA.
UCLA. Yep, that actually was surprised. UCLA did beat them the first game, but you have to beat them twice, double elimination. So then they'll play the winner of Texas, Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Can we talk about the bracket for a little bit? I think it's super interesting that it's so in the College World Series bracket,
Mhm.
there's 8 teams,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a winners bracket and a losers bracket like normal.
Yep.
And then once it gets to 4 teams left, then it has 2 different semifinals with a team from the losers bracket and a team from the winners bracket.
Yeah, I don't know how
I think
that
that's
gets
super
selected.
interesting.
Yeah.
Rather than just having the losers bracket continue on and the winners bracket continue on, like Oklahoma and Oklahoma State play, and then UCLA and Texas play in the losers bracket, and then the loser of the winner and the winner of the loser play, and then they play the championship match.
Yeah, you know, I
Series
don't know
or
how it's decided like that, but I mean, yeah, it's weird.
I think that's super interesting. Rather than just keeping the winners bracket and the losers bracket, they like separated at the semifinals. The team that's from the losers bracket still has to beat the team from the winners bracket twice,
Mm-hmm.
but they separated out and then come together for the championship series.
Which is best of 3, yeah.
Yeah, rather than just continuing on winner and loser bracket, and then whoever makes the championship series, the winner of the loser bracket and the winner of the winners bracket, they're in the championship.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I think it would be very interesting, and I think today kind of caught a lot of people by surprise. I don't think anyone thought Oklahoma was going to lose, but to your point, it's pretty hard to beat that team twice.
No, you said that.
Well, and I think it just proves. I mean, they
Yeah.
lost the first game 7-3, and then they come out and win 15 to rip.
Well, they had lost 2 games all year.
Yeah.
Before the College World Series, so now they've
Sure.
lost 3 games all year.
Total. Yeah.
But isn't one of them to Oklahoma State?
I believe. Yeah. In their
They could
Conference
play them in the championship. So,
yeah, but it goes back to the same point. It's the same thing as saying like I just don't think a team can beat them twice, but we'll see. I mean, they're
well,
just
it's
so
in
good.
Oklahoma too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that
Well,
is
that's
pretty crazy.
kind of for both teams.
If it's Oklahoma State, and it's in Oklahoma,
It's Oklahoma City, yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, just watching them, it's pretty tough to beat them twice. I mean, they just hit bomb after bomb.
Yeah.
It's insane. Every hit is a home run.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a pitching matchup. You got
Just
to
like
out-pitch
the
them.
NCAA, it's just like baseball. It's
Mhm.
all home runs.
100%. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, but it'll be cool to see who wins it. See if they can take down Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be rooting for that way.
The team to take down
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
you just want to see Goliath go down.
Yeah,
Especially
because they've been good for a while.
Oh yeah, they have a lot. I mean, I think UCLA, there was something that they have the most ever national championships, but this Oklahoma coach has been there consistently every year. She's been
The
at
last
Oklahoma.
3,
Yeah,
they've been in the championship series. I saw.
I just think it's crazy where it's just like, it's just wild. I mean, it's just crazy because it's like now I think especially this year is kind of proven and like talking to Alyssa and some other softball people, it's like they got transfers to come to Oklahoma who are the best players on their team already. So it's like, oh, let's just make you better, even though I'm not going to play that much. It's like, I get it. You want to win a national championship, sure, but you're not even going to. I mean, you're not really going to play.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to see Oklahoma State, and then hopefully it goes to 3 games. That would be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's what we all want.
100%.
Okay, are we moving on to top 5?
We can move on to top 5.
All right, let's do it. So, top 5 for today is top 5 summer activities.
Yep, summertime activities.
Yep, so we're going back to how we did it in the past. We'll bring back the draft later on, but we're going back to top 5.
For that.
Yep, we've crafted something up.
Yeah.
But back to the original top 5 form, I guess.
Summertime activities.
Yep, summertime activities. Dave, you go first.
Okay, I'll start with 5 and then go to 1. 5 is going to Twins/Saints games.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 would be outdoor concerts. Those are always good to go once or twice a year. Number 3 is the fastest growing up and coming sport, pickleball. Love me some pickleball. That was a close second. I think that would have been interchangeable for my second. I think I said breweries/patios. I do love going to dinner on a patio or just hanging out at a brewery.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is golfing.
Okay.
With the boys. Is what I said. It's always good.
We got a couple similar.
Couple of similarities.
Yep. So my number 5 is driving windows down, country music blasting.
Yep.
4 is going out and being on a rooftop.
So bad. A rooftop patio.
It's different.
It's the same thing. It's outside eating food.
No, I'm talking like going out in the evening.
Yeah.
Like hanging out rooftop, like back in the day when we were at, what's it called?
Yeah, what's the bar that got closed down?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Florentine. No. What is it? It was above the
Libertine.
Libertine.
Yeah. And they had the rooftop and they had the big, the pong.
Yeah,
thing.
the like beach pong. When you shot into those big balls.
That's like going out rooftop.
Yeah. That's a little harder now.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Oh, it's different, but it's harder. I mean, now it's a lot of bars have shut down.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing. I mean, there's just.
Yeah. So goes a little bit along with my number 3, which is patio hanging out.
Yeah. Happy hour.
Happy hour, or just like middle of the day / like later afternoon, early evening, just like hanging out on a patio.
Yeah.
Having a beer, getting some apps, that sort of thing. Number 2 is chilling on a boat on a lake, and don't get it confused with going on a boat and like jet skiing or whatever, like wake surfing, tubing. I just like to be on the water in a boat, hanging out, just chilling.
So like pontoon more action.
Yeah,
like
or
speeding around and.
It could be on a boat too, but like I'm okay just like going on the boat. We don't have to be moving the whole time. I just want to like be on the water, having some drinks, just like chilling.
Yeah.
I don't want to do all the other stuff. I just want to just like hang out. I want to be on the water, hanging out on the boat.
Gotcha.
And number 1's golfing.
Golfing. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have some little, I don't want to call it inner rivalries, but I'll call it that, with another one of our buddies. You guys always go back and forth with golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always very interesting.
Well, we have our first match of the year this upcoming weekend, so.
Yeah, I will say I do definitely miss the living aspect when we all lived together and would go golfing, and then we'd all ride back, and you guys would just all crabby at each other, depending on who won and who lost, and then usually one would storm out and be like, "Oh, I owe you a case," and then come back 2 hours later with the case, and everything was all good. So, yeah, I mean, I think I also will. I think I agree. I mean, I'll miss the going out rooftops. I mean, there's just something different about that than sitting in a bar. Mm-hmm. Like, there's just something different about the Cowboy Jacks. We used to go out and the rooftop was fun. Yeah, but like I said, it sucks that a lot of those bars have closed. Yeah, obviously the Libertine was fun just because it had the game aspect too, which was a lot of fun. But
we ran that.
Yeah, and that was within walking distance. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean it's fun and can't really do it for a long time here in Minnesota. So
it's true.
Got to get out.
Got to take advantage.
Yeah. Do you fish?
Yeah, I fish.
Yeah. It's always a good activity.
Yeah, I like
That's
to
more of a chill activity, I think.
mix it in. I would say that my first choice is just chilling on the boat mid-afternoon because fishing is usually better like morning.
Yeah.
And so like.
So are you saying like chilling on the boat, like you literally just want to go out? I don't know, couldn't name a lake, but like in the middle of the lake, just docking it and then
throw the anchor
and then just hang
out. Yeah, like I don't need to move much when I'm on the lake. Like
right.
Toss
you jump
the
in,
anchor.
or are you still sitting tanning?
No, on the boat.
You're not moving. You're not going to the water.
I don't need any of that. Yeah. I literally am talking. Put the
minimal
anchor,
effort.
Put the anchor in.
Yeah.
I just want to hang out on the boat, on the water, enjoy the sun, drink some beers, and like play some music. Just like chill.
Right.
That and it's nice and quiet outside of the music. Like.
So very basic.
Yeah, I don't
need that extra stuff.
I don't need any of the extra stuff like jumping in or like I'll fish every once in a while, but like
so anchor's down, you're down.
Yeah, we don't need to be moving the whole time.
Right.
Just like toss the anchor, chill, turn off the engine, we're good.
Yeah, we ain't moving.
Yeah, that's my ideal.
That's your fun.
Lake life.
There it is.
Yeah.
Minimal effort, enjoying the sun.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And you don't have to pay for gas because you just get out
not
there,
doing nothing.
Toss it, turn it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good. You got anything else?
No, that's it. I mean, obviously, NBA playoffs full effect right now.
Yep.
NHL playoffs full effect.
Yep.
So, but yeah, follow us, Sippin' Sports, Instagram, Twitter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We send out our daily picks, I guess, every day on Twitter. So if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
Exciting times. Summer's upon us.
Yeah, let's wrap episode 13.
Yeah, you'll actually get an update next week. We'll talk about the match, the golf match with him and our other buddy. So
yeah, we'll give you an update.
We'll see it. Well, you'll be able to tell by his mood if he won or lost.
Yeah.
Come Monday.
And with that, we're wrapping it up.
All right, peace.